How we doing, nation? This is John. Another gear review video. It is that time once again. This is going to be Battlbox Mission 92. This is the Pro Plus box, meaning this is everything Battlbox has to offer this month. It is a rather long box, and we'll explain why here in a moment. A much anticipated box by a lot of hunters. This is what you would consider to be a hunting box. I've heard that in many different comments over on Battlbox, you know, their social media and stuff. So anyway, without further ado, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the lighting on a little bit. Less dramatic, but you'll be able to see the gear a lot better, okay? And we are going to open this bad boy up. I've already cut the tape on this. This review is a little late, and the reason for this is, honestly, the post office. I'd seen the official review of this thing over on Battlbox. Brandon Kern 1776 reviewed it. A couple of people here at Prepper Nation said, man, it's a fantastic box this month, and I'd still not received it. But that is not on the fault of Battlbox. They sent them out on time. It's my post office. Anyway, I digress. Again, this is Mission Brief 92. If you're not familiar with Battlbox, each month they ship it out with a mission brief, and Kern offers some words of encouragement. We'll just say words of encouragement, redneck encouragement, and then you get, you know, to go through and see all the items that we're going to be going over. All right, so the first box is the basic box, and they have different levels, you know, depending on your budget. And let me see here. This is Battlbox branded trail markers. And it's a total of 10 count here. I'll show you what they look like. I mean, they're trail markers. Y'all know what I'm saying? Most of you are familiar with these things. It's got the Battlbox logo. Well, actually, that's upside down. There you go. Battlbox logo. They are reflective, so you can hit these things with a flashlight at night. See them about a half a mile away. Clip. And they just clip to... you know, branches, anything. This way you're not getting lost. Again, a hunting box, so if you're out, you're tracking deer, you're following a trail of blood or something, not always easy to do, especially at night. You hunters know what I'm talking about. This will help you not get lost. It is a very basic item. You know, even though it's Battlbox branded, at the end of the day, this is a basic item, but that's what you would expect from a basic box. It's a decent start to the box, okay? Next up, let me get this company's name right. PFC Aerosol. Earth Scent. Gonna come in a can. And folks, what this is essentially, it is for hunters, but anybody can use this. It's essentially earth scented WD-40. All right, this is going to help with knives. This is going to help with any sort of metal that would be on guns. This can hinges of a door in your home. Can I get an amen? Vehicles, things of this nature. Again, but it's not WD-40 because it is earth scented. So if you're out hunting and you need to hit something up real quick with this tree stand or something like that, you know, at the end of the day, what happens is you don't give your position away, because deer, they can smell, turkeys, they can smell, the whole 9 yards. All right, next up in the basic box is the Gear Aid Camo Form reusable fabric wrap. I'm going to open it up. We're going to put it to the test here. But I don't know what to compare this to other than the camo duct tape. Y'all know what I'm talking about? The camo duct tape that you can buy, except this stuff is reusable and you can put it on pretty much anything. First thing that comes to mind is going to be gun scopes and rifle scopes and things. Because again, this is a hunting box. This stuff's a booger to get off here. Technical difficulties. Now there we got it going now. So, oh man, it is sticky. So this does not stick to other surfaces, but it sticks to itself. Meaning, you know, wrapping it around here, for example, you want to camo something up, son. There you go. and it's just reusable. So it, you know, it does stick well and everything. So it is what it is. I mean, for the item that it is, it works, seems to work magnificently. And this is something that you can just throw in a truck or a car or something and keep. You never know. Again, basic item, basic box, okay? Finally, this is from Fox Edge Knives. And I'm going to admit that I'm pretty surprised. I don't know that I've ever seen, they may have done it, but I don't know that I've ever seen Battlbox put out a knife in the basic box. All right, this is the lowest level box, the starter box for them, if you will. And it comes with a Fox Edge knife. This is the FE043. And it's a flipper. There you go. Let me show the other side here. Overall length is 7.75 inches. It has a stone wash finish, which would explain what my eyes are seeing here. I don't really know how to explain the look of this bad boy. Hopefully the camera's picking it up. It has a very industrial look to it. I mean, it's obviously mass produced, but I gotta be honest, man. It's the perfect length for my hand. Can y'all see that right there? Good lock in place. Sharp blade. Of course, I mean, it's brand new. It's going to be sharp, right? I'll tell you, you know, 3 months from now how it holds up, but it seems to be well built for what it is. Standalone price, $32. I would say all day. Here's the thing on this knife. If you don't have an everyday carry knife, this would be an excellent everyday carry knife. If you have a $200 or $300 everyday carry knife, EDC knife, this probably isn't going to mean that much to you. But I got, you know, again, I got to be honest. I'm very impressed that they would put this in a basic box. That speaks volumes to where this box is going. Okay, we're headed in the right direction here. Some very basic items. Once again, the reflective hangers. PFC protection first class. I'm going to call it earthy scented WD-40. That's essentially what it is. You've got the tape. Well, you know, reusable wrap, not necessarily tape. But then you hit the knife and you're like, okay, this is great for the basic box. So anyway, I'm going to move on from the basic box, but seriously, I like that knife. I can't say enough about it. In the advanced box, we have the Climate Traverse Hammock. Let me open this up. I love a good hammock. The reason I love a good hammock is because it takes up a lot less room than your average sleeping bag, okay? And what I'm going to do for y'all is I'm going to pull it out, I'm going to show it to you, but then I'm going to show you this thing hung up as well. The Climate Company, I'll explain this in a minute. I have several of their items, and it's good stuff. They make a quality item. So this actually is going to come with 2 tree straps. Take one off here. There we go. Very strong tree straps, which I'm going to need because I'm a little bigger. 260 pounds. Just saying, quality material, but I would expect nothing less from the Climate Company. And then it's got also 2 carabiners right there that are going to go with the tree straps. Let me show you the finished product real quick, because I'm not trying to set this up here in my back office, okay? There it is, and that is Brandon over at Battlbox. Hopefully it's okay if I use that photo. He's sprawled out. The reason I wanted to show you this photo is he's also a big guy. He's a tall guy. Again, I'm 6'4", I'm 260 pounds. This is oversized on purpose so that you can lay like a sleeping pad in there maybe, or a climate bag or something, okay? So they do that on purpose, and this is not included in the bag, but I'll show you what I'm talking about. This is actually for a giveaway here at Prepper Nation. but that's the pad that I'm talking about. This one's brand new. I've got one that's very similar, and it shocked me how well it did. So that's going to be given away this Saturday at the meet and greet. Okay, so $49.99 standalone price. Honestly, I think that's a great price for that brand, for a decent hammock. Okay, you can get $20 hammocks at your local Rural King, but they're not going to be this quality. Okay, they're not going to be that well built. They're not going to last as long. Okay, moving along, the Pro Plus box. The reason that this bad boy is as long as it is, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it out. I'm going to show you the pieces, and then I'm going to assemble it. I'll take it outside and I'll show you the finished product at the end of the video, and tell you how long it took me to put together and everything. Okay, so this is the Gearscope Survival Bow. People have been waiting a long time on this in the Battlebox community. I knew about this thing probably 3-ish weeks ago, and I was very excited, and then the mail's like, we don't want to run, son. So I had to wait, but it was worth the wait. Let me see here. Find the... Comes in a bag. The bag, let me say this, the bag is oversized, which I love because you're going to be able to add things, number one. Number two, it's not going to be so hard to get the stuff back in. One of my pet peeves is having an item, sleeping bags are notoriously bad for this, trying to fit it back into a really small, like a compression sack or something, and this is not the case with this. So again, the Gearscope Survival Bow, it's going to come with a few pieces. Got some weight to it there, and you can see the bolt holes right there. Again, I'll show you the finished product when we get done here. I'm gonna put it together and try it out a couple times in the backyard here, because why not? Everything is branded with the Gearscope on it. So you really only have 3 major pieces here. Not bad. Not bad at all. It's going to come with a bag of hardware and also your arrowheads. They're like smaller versions. It looks like, let me see. Looks like a smaller broadhead style is what they sent with it. Yeah, and you got your Allen wrench and stuff like this. I should have had this stuff out. Sorry, y'all. So yeah, these them boogers are sharp. So it is definitely smaller than a broadhead, but it has that same kind of look to it. You know what I mean? You're gonna get 3 of those to go with the 3 arrows that are included. Set this bag off to the side here. And again, it's going to have your Allen wrench, really 2 bolts, and a couple of pieces of hardware, you know, to bolt them down and everything. This is for instinctive shooting, so you're not going to be, that I'm aware of, you're not going to be able to add any kind of aftermarket sights or anything like that. It is truly a survival bow, but again, 3 decent quality arrows. They've got the inserts right there, so you can switch heads out on them and everything for you big bow hunters. But again, I'm going to try this out very shortly, and we'll see what's up. I'll show it to you finished product, put together and everything, and I'll let you know how long it took to put the thing together. Because if you assemble stuff, you know, my wife's always making me assemble stuff, right? But in a survival situation, you don't have 30 minutes to sit down maybe and assemble stuff. So that's very important to me. Finally, in the Pro Plus box, this is by the Wooks company, or Wooks maybe. I think it's Wooks. Anyway, very impressed because of this right here. It's made in both Italy and the United States of America, okay? Love to see that. I've heard a lot about this knife. We're about to find out. So it comes in an Italian sheath. Italian made, I can tell it's quality leather. Not a huge fan of these types of sheaths. That's not a knock against this knife specifically. I just don't like those type of sheaths because sometimes you lose your knife. You know, I kind of like the ones that lock down into place and stuff like this. But anyway, this is called the Wooks. I think that's right. Bad Boy. There it is. It's branded. Hopefully you can see that. Yeah, right there. Wooks. I can tell already the blade quality just by looking at the metal. The light hitting it is extraordinary. Very, very sharp. I need a little arm hair, though. My wife's going to ask questions here. It's fixed blade. It is meant to be an everyday carry knife. It is full tang. It is compact. And that is one of the selling points. And being truthful with y'all, that's also one of the things I don't really care about when it comes to this knife. See how it's about, you know, a finger's width too short for me? This is how I would use it. And now you can see at the bottom. So I don't really like that. I wish it was a little longer. It's 6 1/4 inches grand total, 2 3/4 inch blade. I think the blade length is fine. It's the handle itself. A little too short for me. Some people may prefer it shorter. I do have ogre hands, but for me, this is a little too compact. This is American walnut. Don't know if this is just a sexy knife. It's a showpiece more than it. You can see, look at that. You can see a little bit of my hair on the blade. If I, there we go. Let me get that off there, son. Over here shaving arm hair because I'm unorganized and didn't bring paracord, right? So it's just a beautiful knife. I mean, this thing is well crafted. 3.2 ounces grand total. And it's what you would expect in the Pro Plus because some people consider the Pro Plus, the old schoolers over at Battlebox, they call it the Knife of the Month Club. Because 99 times out of 100, there's a banging knife in there. And again, the Wooks Bad Boy. All right, folks, so there it is one more time, the Gear Scope. Survival bow. All things considered, about 6 minutes assembly time for this thing, and that's with me reading the instructions, which I rarely ever do. About 6 minutes, give or take a few seconds here or there. Essentially, there are 2 bolts, there are 2 washers, and then with any longbow, you're going to have to step through. You're going to have to torque it back a little bit and string the top. So that's all there was to it. Again, the disassembly should take even less time than that. Goes right back into a bag. You can attach it to a rucksack, or you can just take it hunting, keep it in a truck, whatever the case may be. All things told, fantastic box. I believe they knocked this one out of the park. It started off very, very basic, and then it got very, very cool. So anyway, all of the information on ordering Battlebox and all that jazz will be down below in the video description. A huge thank you to the folks over at Battlebox. They're fantastic. Until next time, y'all take care and God bless.